This is the justasklester.com blog post concerning keywords. It's actually a part of a series of posts that I'm making on keywords, and this one particular topic was a little more difficult, and I thought I would best make a quick video to show you those options. Notice that I'm in the library module, one of 5 modules in Lightroom. I'm using version 2. When you come to an image and you look at in the keywording panel, you'll notice that there's 3 sections here. The first of which are the keywords that are currently applied to this image. You can add keywords here by clicking and typing the keywords in. But there are 2 other ones that I want to highlight. These are especially handy in my profession of portrait photography when I'm doing weddings. The reason is because in weddings we have a variety of things happening at once, and as a matter of fact we use 2 different cameras. So what happens inevitably is that we're shooting in 2 separate locations, capturing 2 different sets of images. So when we time synchronize those together in Lightroom, just by default, by putting them into Lightroom, what we find is we may have some images that are detail shots and another image that are images of the bride and then images of the groom. And so what we want to do is we like to do a lot of keywording on our wedding images, and because they're so spread out and mixed up, it's difficult to get those keywords spread across those images. And so what we'll do is we will come into the panel here, hit the G key, which will bring us up to the grid mode view. And from here we can see a collection of images. Now this is a relatively small collection here, but I can see that I have pictures of the cake, a detailed shot here of a table piece, an overhead view of the cake, another view of the cake which was altered in Lightroom, more cake cutting, some of just the bride and the groom with the cake there is in the front. So I want to keyword these. Notice the bride and groom is not in every image. We do keyword images according to who is in the picture as far as the bride and the groom goes. So what I've done is I've created a keyword set called wedding photography. Now I have other ones here, outdoor photography, portrait, family keywording, but specifically I'm looking with wedding photography. Now above here is a list that I find much less useful in Lightroom, where it is just trying to guess what keywords I would like to put on the image. This may work somewhat for you, but the one I want to focus on is this one because this is the one I find the most useful. Now you can create new keyword sets. You can say one called recent keywords, and we can see those recent keywords that we've just used. So I will come here and I'll put save current settings as a new preset. I can name it and then edit it. But let me go to wedding photography. I can go to edit the set, and it gives me the different options that I can put in here: bride, groom, a candid photo, wedding party, family, and so forth. So I'm going to come through here and apply the keywords. Well, all of these pictures here are of the cake cutting. So we know that that is all in the reception. You see that reception is highlighted here. This means that every image here has the keyword of reception applied to it. I can click on it and remove that keyword, click on it again, and reapply that keyword. You'll notice that my keyword suggestions up here are changing. It is changing based on the keywords that I actually have active. Then I want to come in here and I've got bride and groom images. So I'm going to click on this image. Both the bride and the groom here, you'll notice that they are both highlighted. And again, they are both highlighted here. And again, they're highlighted here because we can see them in the background. So this is how I use this keyword set. Now, in my main database, I actually have 2 different versions of this wedding photography. I have one called wedding photography, and then I have created another one called wedding details. So let's create one just for example about wedding details here. And let's just go here, and we're just going to save current settings as a new preset. We'll call this one wedding details. And then I'm going to edit this preset. Double clicking here, edit set. What we're going to do is we're going to change this. We can do rings, we can do cake, You can do flowers and so forth. Now, you'll notice that those were automatically filling in. Watch this again. Notice how it automatically filled it in. I'm just pushing the right arrow key to make that selection. So now that that has been selected, I'm going to click up here and save current or update preset wedding details. Make sure that you do this. If you do not, then it will not save those settings. So it's updated those. I'm going to click change. So now I've got rings, cakes, and flowers here. I can go back here to wedding photography. You have bridegroom and candid. Go back to wedding details and I have rings, cakes, and flowers. And I could change these others as well. And so you can make multiple sets of these keywords just to make your keywording much faster. I hope this has been a help. Keep your eye on the blog. I'll be posting a couple more keyword tips and tricks and how I use them in my workflow.